This whole prank war started, we were in Tokyo like a million years ago.
Pranking? What the?
We were in Japan, and he leans over to me and he goes, you speak a little Japanese, don't you? And I go, yeah, a little bit. And he goes, how do I say, thank you for having me in your country? So I say, Toile wa doko desu ka? And he goes, okay.
Toile wa?
And he rolled the camera. He goes, Toile wa doko desu ka? Which means, where's the toilet? Right? Live television in Japan. That's where it started. And it's been a war ever since. And his last prank, he gets somebody else to toilet paper my car. I mean, like...
Listen.
I'm winning the war. You know that?
No, you're not.
Remember
because he was going on about this muscle car that's
So cool.
so cool, and he just wants to be John Wick of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But he was going on about this thing, and he was arriving that day, and yeah, he was doing an emotional scene. And to be fair, he was amazing. But then he pushed it a little bit too far, and he said, "Did you see what I did?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Do you see? I did the smile cry." I said to him, "Norman, that doesn't exist. There is no such thing in this world." He said, "I did it."
It was awesome. You'll see.
The smile cry. And so I got Landon, lovely Landon, to do. I did pay somebody a little bit of per diems to do that, and I was on set watching him do this amazing acting, he kept sending me pictures. I went, a few more, just a bit more, wrap it more, and eventually he got back. I can't remember what I was gonna say. I can't remember because it was just...
No, I think it's really great that you get someone else to do it because you're like innocently on set and we're all hanging with you.
That's exactly what I was saying. I was too busy.
Cheap.
And we're all like, what the hell? Because it's all wrapped up like, and he was, you were.
Yeah, everyone left. They were going home, and I'm still cleaning up toilet paper in the field in the middle of Georgia.
That's true.
And he's home.
And that's right. That's right. I sent that picture to him, and I said, "This is what you get when you smile, cry."
Janai.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Pumpkin. You and Andy look like badasses taking out walkers while riding on those horses. Was it easy getting back in the saddle?
Yeah. No. I did learn in season 4.
Yeah.
And then my horse was ripped away from me by walkers. So it was really just one episode where I rode, and I hadn't really ridden since. And then it was like, come on back to Georgia and get back in the saddle. And, it's a process. Like, I was really, learning all over again. I can't speak for everybody. We all had our own process. I mean, Andy's really, really good on horses.
That's not true.
You're pretty good on horses.
I think I'm one of
There's times he looked like the Marlboro Man. His horse was bucking.
It's
I was like, wow.
It's the power of pretend.
Well,
I mean, I think what
camera wasn't even rolling though. I mean, it was.
Well, there were a couple of times where Norman, who have you noticed is not on a horse this season, the only actor not on a horse. He looks at me, and when my horse, they're not supposed to be on 2 legs, really, are they?
No.
Mine was, or just like. And even Norman was like, "Dude, get off the horse. What are you doing?" But yeah, the thing is, I think I'm a rider that thinks he's actually better than he really is, and the horse knows. That's kind of my style.
You got her there. I mean, she was misbehaving, and then she started to work with you. But initially, she was not having you.
You're really badass. You look so much cooler on it.
No,
I've got this
true.
weird.
No,
mate.
she does.
Yeah, she does.
My horse is called Sunday, and he happens to be really tall. So that's why it is. He's just really long-legged, but he's actually not that. He doesn't like to move too fast. Like, he likes to kind of take his time.
Yeah, like a Sunday.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Sunday, it's not Sunday.
Like
okay, it's not
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, it's Monday. You got to work. But he gets there eventually. But it's just the height. It's just because he looks a little tall.
It is so cool being on horseback. I have to say, it's Cowboys and Zombies this year, and it's sort of the show that I always thought we would get to as well.
Right.
From the pilot. And there's just something intrinsically cool about being on horseback, even if you can't ride.
Until you have to do take 2. And then all the horses have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
In the first episode, we had 18 horses, 14 characters, carts, everything that you could imagine. And we would do one take, and it would take 4 or 5 minutes for the horses to go through the shot, and then we say, cut, all right, let's do it again. And then the horses would poop all through the set on the way back. And you have people running out because there's not supposed to be poop in the set. So then they got to go all the way back to the top and then start over again. So our first episode was the big learning curve of
About the horses.
working with horses.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is it's kind of like that thing where we have to go back in time. There's no way to remodernize our time.
Yeah, there's no forward.
So it was kind of like happening on set with how we had to work with our horses too. We kind of had to do things a much slower way because now they had a stake in our story.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, honey. Did you prepare to play Negan differently this year because he's not the leader? He's kind of a prisoner.
I don't know if Negan knows that yet.
Ah.
No. Yeah, it's a different year. I think a different side of Negan. I think we've gotten to see some different sides and little hints of different sides. But this year, just from the trailer, we see that he's in a bit of a predicament.
Yeah.
And he's having to face some stuff, I think, internally as well as outside his jail that he's never had to face before. So we're going to see some different sides. And in saying that, Negan's also getting an opportunity to interact with some people that are up on this stage that he hasn't really had a chance to interact with before, which has been, I think, super fun.
Right.
For myself and Negan.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Yes. Season 8 had a lot of fights. You and that Rick Grimes.
Yeah, we had
Really tussled a lot.
We tussled.
So are you excited to just kind of be in the cell and chill and let people visit you and say hello?
I do like my visiting hours. The thing with Negan, as we all know, is he likes to talk.
Yes, he does.
So it's important that people come and visit him. You know what I mean? What was the question?
Oh, that's good. It was, do you enjoy sitting in the cell?
I don't know that. As an actor, it's been okay, but as the character, I could be itching to get the hell out of there.
To get out and start some mess. Probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's there to kind of stir things up a little bit.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hi, guys.
So there's a time jump. Maggie's had the baby. How was that for you? Yes, I know you like Lord.
Yeah,
and
finally, right?
Yes. So what has the time jump been like for you? How have you reacted to that as a character, as an actress, all of that?
It's been great. It's been really, we obviously left on a pretty sharp note with everybody at the end of last season. A little tense, yeah. So it was fun for us. It was obviously really fun knowing that I was going to have the baby. I'm sure everybody can kind of sympathize on that.
Yeah.
And but it's interesting going to that point and then filling in all the pieces. And it felt in a lot of ways like you would with a movie. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to fill in these spaces. And we get to actually talk to Angela and understand where it's been. And a lot of pieces that were laid down, with Georgie and this book of the future and how it can be.
I love that scene.
I know. It's so inspiring.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, there's a lot of conflict, but it's conflict between people who love each other that are all working towards what should be a bigger, brighter, stronger, I sound like a mortgage commercial, more verdant future. But the interesting thing is that this something after that Carl talked about and that kind of a goal that we want to have, it looks different for Maggie, it looks different for Daryl, it looks different for Rick, it looks different for Negan, it looks different for everybody, and that's what we get to dig into. So Maggie really wants to want all of those things.
Right.
And I want it to be peaceful, and I want this to just be a positive time of growth and rebirth. But people are people. And my child has no father.
Yeah.
And the person responsible
is right next to you.
Is a friend of mine.
Right next to you.
But he's not a friend of Maggie's.
No, he's not.
Yes.
No, he's not. Speaking of that, they say time heals all wounds. Is there any way this could be the case for Maggie and Negan? Will she ever forgive him for killing?
Yeah.
Screw all you people.
Come on.
What do you think, Lauren?
I think it's going to be interesting. because I think we all have ideas about what we would do in certain
Yes.
situations and who we want to be and the legacy that we want to leave.
Right.
And when it really, 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 really comes down to it, what do you do?
Exactly.
So that's what the season's about. See you guys later.
Okay.
Hey, Vale here. Now, a lot of effort goes into making a movie, and this, The Exorcist behind the scenes fact, goes to show it. William Friedkin had a shotgun with blank shells that he'd shoot off on the soundstage during breaks. It scared the daylights out of everybody, and after a few times, he was asked to stop. The actors didn't find it funny. What they didn't know was that their reactions were being filmed and later inserted into the movie as their reaction when Regan made a sound upstairs. Okay, so if you want to watch more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you receive the videos the moment they are online. See you next time.